Hello guys, welcome. Happy Monday morning. I'm just popping on here to do this week's self-care challenge and to kind of announce that I'm not going to be doing the Wednesday lives on here anymore. I am still going to be doing lives, but it's going to be a lot less, and they're going to be in the form of masterclasses. They're still going to be free. They're going to be free for a limited time. So I'm going to create like 4 to 5 a year. Right now, if you're not on the free 2023 Masterclass list, I would advise you to get on that now because you'll get notified when these masterclasses come out, and you could watch them at your own leisure. They're all going to be on the same topics of deep level self-care. I'm just not going to be coming here doing weekly lives. There are other places that you could see me doing weekly lives, and that's going to be on my YouTube channel. That's about it for now. The YouTube channel, and also my podcast, which is something you listen to and not watch, but same kind of thing, right? And so if you still want to join me on Wednesdays and watch those topics that I talk on, you could do that by listening to my podcast and subscribing to my YouTube channel, subscribing to my podcast, and I would be really grateful for that support. One of the reasons why I do not like going live on Facebook is because Facebook only allows you to do these things and get kind of notified or whatever, notify the people that follow you only if you pay them. And they don't come right out and say that, but what happens is nobody sees anything that you do on Facebook. And so it's not a really good way to spend your energy. I love the connections that I make on Facebook, so I'm not going to be off of Facebook. I'm going to continue doing these self-care challenges every Monday, and I would love for you to join me with this because I think it's very valuable. There are very small steps that you could take, so it's not overwhelming, and it's a really great way to get started practicing daily self-care. Okay, it's just a way to change your mindset about how you could take care of yourself at the deepest level, right? So this week, with that being said, I'll put links below for the podcast, the YouTube channel, everything I'm doing. I have a book club. That's really a little bit different than these lives, but it's also a podcast style book club. So I basically do have 2 podcasts. So I'll put the links to everything below so you know where to find me. So you could still watch or listen to weekly lives and have access to all the information that I'm sharing with you. So it's still available. It just won't be here right on this channel. But I'm still going to be in this group. I'm still going to be posting. I'm still going to be doing this the Monday self-care challenge. So if you feel like if you know anybody who needs this type of help, this self-care help, this self-love help, and I'm really starting to sway a lot towards reducing stress and anxiety, please share this page with them, the Soul Aligned Self-Care page. I would love to have more people in here, and also, like I said, you could support me with the links in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, obviously, because I put all these videos on YouTube too, obviously you're already here. Please subscribe if you haven't already. So with that said, I'm going to get started. So this week is all about creating rituals in your life to support your energy. And one of the ways that I'm going to ask you to start doing that today is by looking at what kind of things you're exposing yourself to, right? So this is your self-care challenge for the week. It's looking at all the media that you're exposed to, including things like this, on, say, TV, music, social media, which is a big thing for a lot of people. And I'm not saying to do a complete detox, like stop it, because it's really unrealistic, and it's not something that's going to be like a lifestyle change. And I believe in lifestyle changes. I'm losing my voice for some reason, right? So this is more about creating a ritual, creating a situation to support your energy. So you know what triggers you, you know what upsets you, you know what stresses you out. and you know what inspires you, and you know what makes you feel good, and you know who makes you feel good. So it's about really looking at all those different places where you consume media, or even the people that you surround yourself with, and deciding if that's something you still want to do, or do you want to change it, or do you need to set some boundaries, right? So for example, on social media, you can go and there may be a friend of yours that you really like and you like to hang out with them, but on social media, they're just completely rancid, right? So you could just unfollow them. You don't have to like delete them as a friend or anything. You don't want to expose yourself to their social media channel because it triggers you, or it upsets you, or it stresses you out, or it really bothers you, and it affects the friendship that you have with this person. So you could just unfollow them. Look at the groups that you're in. Do they really support you, or do they trigger you? Do they make you feel like, if you're a business person, do they make you feel insecure about your business, or do they inspire you and draw you up, right? So take those. I'm sorry, I just heard, it sounded like somebody was here. Take those groups and get out of them if they don't support you in every way. And if they do, then really tune into them. Like, really get specific about what type of things you want to expose your energy to. So it's either going to uplift you, or it's going to suck the energy out of you, right? It's going to be like an energy vampire. And then look at the music you listen to. What does it do for you? Does it inspire you, or is it super negative? Like, I have like a positive playlist. I do have some music I listen to that's like angry music, and there's a time and a place for that, right? But if you're in a mood, or you need to be inspired, it's nice to have like a go-to inspirational playlist, right? So create that for yourself. So exposure, like TV. So I've noticed that TV, I don't watch a lot of TV anymore because it's very negative, or it's super scary, or it's like doomsday, or people getting killed, and it doesn't make me feel good, and it actually raises like the worst kind of anxiety in myself when I really want to just like chill out at night or stuff like that. And so I like to watch movies, and I like to be able to, I know how I'm feeling that day. If I'm feeling a little anxious, then maybe I'll tune into something that's funny, or like a happy ending type movie. Like, I'm trying to think of one. I like watching Pitch Perfect when I'm down because I think it's hilarious. I like Soul Surfer. What an inspiring story! Like inspiring stories like that are really good to watch. What do you want to expose yourself to? Also, like the type of people that you want to surround yourself with. When you walk into the room and that person is there, how do they make you feel? Do they always make you feel bad? Then that's really like, maybe I should set some boundaries. It's not about always completely cutting a person off. I would say, if you're going to completely detox from anything, I'm sorry, would be the news. The news is really just not ever positive, and it's really not terribly informative either nowadays. So it's not like it's telling you something. It's basically, if you tune into the news, if you're the type of person that watches the news every day and you're like, well, I don't want to like not be informed. Well, let me tell you something. If something's going on, you're going to know about it. You just will, right? It's impossible to completely avoid being notified of certain situations. But when you tune into the news every day, you're tuning into the same thing, right? It's like, this is happening. This is the same thing that was happening yesterday. We're going to talk about it again. The world is ending. The environment's fucked. We're going to World War III. The world is ending. Nobody can afford food. Like, it's just like doomsday. Like, there's no positive reason to expose yourself to that every day. They're not informing you. They're not helping. They're not giving you solutions. It's not helpful. All it does is put you in a state of fight or flight. And so if I had any advice for everybody in the entire world, was don't watch the news anymore until they maybe can get their shit together and start informing people and being helpful, and maybe start talking about some of the good things that are going on in the world. I see some creators on certain social media apps that do this, and it's kind of nice, right? And it's really sad when you could go to TikTok and get more accurate news than you can from an actual like news station. So that's the state of this world right now. So I would advise to stop watching the news, period. Just period. Now, talking about TikTok, bringing that up, which is a very entertaining app, but talking about algorithms. So algorithms on when you watch YouTube and any type of social media channel, the things you click on and you watch, the more you'll see of it. So if you go to TikTok and you're seeing nothing but doomsday, because you can get nothing but doomsday on there too, then you need to change your algorithm. And one of the most positive ways that you can change your algorithm on TikTok is only watch funny and sweet animal videos and like only those. And that's it. Don't like anything else. And after a while, you'll be exposed to like all this positivity. It's so funny how well it works. It works for me every time. Every once in a while, I get like on the wrong side of TikTok and I'm like, ooh, I don't like this, you know. I like all the funny people on there. I think the people are hilarious and it's very entertaining. Same thing with YouTube. YouTube does the same thing. Also, take the automatic play off your YouTube channel so that it doesn't automatically start playing the next video. That's something that they're going to choose for you, and really take control of the type of things that you're going to expose yourself to. And so these are some really simple ways to like really protect your energy. Like, you know, sometimes when you're feeling down, doing some of these simple shifts in your life can really uplift you and take you to the next level. There's so many different moods and so many different energy levels, and you can't go from like super depressed, like down here, right? I can't see my hands. Okay, down here, right? And then go to super happy up here instantaneously. There's like a ladder and you have to like move through other emotions. You know, it's almost like driving in a car at 100 miles an hour and then trying to get that car to turn around right at that 100-mile-an-hour mark, right? It's almost impossible. So it's about really like improving your mood in all the different ways and things that you can expose yourself to. And this really is also in line with kind of like last week talking about fear. And this week we're talking about energy because it's about actually the way you look at fear. So start looking at all the things in your life and looking at them and deciding what is good for you and what isn't. So like you may have somebody that you follow on social media where they're very inspiring and you might say, Tina, but they stress me out because they make me feel like I should be doing more. Well, there's two different ways I could say one is good and one is bad. If it stresses you out because it's making you feel like you're less than or like they're better than you, then I would say probably not follow them. But if it's stressing you out in kind of like a good, inspiring way where you're like, oh, I would like to do that, and I could feel like a little bit of stress because it's taking me out of my comfort zone, then I would say that's a great person to follow. So, because not all stress is bad. Stress is like pushing you a little bit. It's kind of like helping you and moving you to that next level sometimes. So you have to really, really look at the type of what it's doing to your energy, like really question it. And so this week's self-care challenge is not talking about, but looking at all the things that you're exposing your energy to and really taking charge, right? Really supporting yourself, giving yourself the deep level self-care and support that you need in order to feel good, right? So do that this week. The first step is really just looking at everything and then just like slowly shifting it. Same thing with like, who do you get emails from? Does it make you feel good? Does it stress you out, right? It's nothing personal when you get off someone's email list. If my email stresses you out, then don't be on my email list. You know, it doesn't mean that you don't like me. It just means that you don't really enjoy or find my type of media uplifting, right? So it's all about that. Like I have some people that I love, but I'm off their email list because it's just too much sometimes. It's like too many emails. But then there's some people who email me every day and it doesn't annoy me. So I don't know what that means, but so really just look at it and then start to change it slowly. So that's your challenge this week. I hope that you do this. Please let me know either by messaging me or whatever. You can message me on Instagram. I want you to go follow me on Instagram. I like that platform so much better, so I'm there a little bit more. So follow me on Instagram. It's at Tina Stinson Coach. I would love to see you over there and join me there. I would love for you to message me there, like a private message, and let me know if this resonates with you and if it's something that you're willing to really look at. I would love to hear from you. Okay, that is it for today. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you. I'm not going to be live on Wednesday, but I also will put the link for the Masterclass series. So if you really do like watching the lives, then you could just join the Masterclass series. And the Masterclasses are going to be a lot more valuable. They're usually going to come with a workbook or journaling prompts and sometimes a meditation. So you'll get a lot more than you get on here, and you're still going to get it for free. You just have to sign up for it. So I would love to see you in the Masterclass series. All right, love you guys. Bye.